My name is Private First Class Joshua Kelly. While serving in Afghanistan in 2009, my vehicle struck an IED. This resulted in a below-the-knee amputation on my left side. My right foot has limb salvage in it. I also have PTSD and TBI. Sitting beside me is my amazing wife, Lauren Kelly. We met in Hawaii at a party.
Just say mutual friends. You know, in Hawaii there are, especially Kailua, there's a lot of Marines. So it didn't particularly stand out to me at first. But when we first, we started talking, he laughed at my jokes. So we started hanging out after that, I guess.
I decided to serve kind of differently than a lot of other people. I think that, my mother was in the Marine Corps for 20 years, and being around the Marine Corps my entire life, I was looking more for going on an adventure. I really wanted to go and challenge myself and see what I would do when I got into those combat situations, if I'd be the guy behind a Humvee or if I'd be the guy to return fire. The day of my injury was October 3rd, 2009. The area that I was in was heavily infested with IEDs. Dealt with 55 IED strikes in the first 2 months of us being on the road that we were on. At the time, we were trying to clear a valley of Taliban forces, and there was a rock that was in the middle of the road that we just didn't catch, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We've been going for days. And so the first vehicle actually had the ground clearance to drive over the rock. And as the second vehicle coming in as a Humvee, we did not have the ground clearance to go over the rock, and we had to make a decision to go left or right. And so my driver, he asked me, he says, Lance Corporal, should I go left or right? I said, I don't care. And he chose to go left, and as soon as the rock hit the front bumper, it instantly all clicked, and before I could say anything, it hit a brick wall going 1,000 miles per hour. The explosion came through the floorboard and broke my right foot. The engine block came through the dash and landed on my left ankle and crushed my left ankle. I didn't initially lose my left foot right away. I did 5.5 years of limb salvage surgery to try and save it, and went through definitely a very dark time in my life, going through surgeries every 6 months to a year between my right and my left foot. And then after 5.5 years, eventually decided to go with an elective amputation to remove the left foot.
Prior to the amputation, he was in so much pain that he couldn't even go to the beach, and we lived in one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, right next to it. And then he had the amputation. He was out bird hunting 3 months later. He was able to get off all medications all on his own, much more cognizant, coherent, happier. Obviously, being a combat wounded veteran, involved with other combat wounded veterans and have a community there and stuff like that. And I've known a couple different individuals that have received houses through Homes for Our Troops. What stood out to me about Homes for Our Troops was how willing they are to go out on a limb for eligible veterans. I'd say the biggest challenge right now is I'm a pretty active person. I still can get around pretty good, but on the other side of that, with as hard as I push myself, it would be amazing to be able to come home and actually be able to use a wheelchair where I live right now. That's just not a possibility at all. And so there are times where I go out and I push myself and I do what I love, and I come home, and it would be nice to come home to a wheelchair and be able to relax the one leg that I have. I know one of the things we've been looking forward to is the hydrotherapy tub for pain relief after Josh's activities. Homes for Our Troops is an organization that provides us with a potential for security for the rest of our lives. Homes for Our Troops is honestly unbelievable. I never thought that would be able to give my family the opportunity that I'm going to be receiving with Homes for Our Troops. If I were to speak with Homes for Our Troops donors, I would say thank you for giving us the greatest gift that we could ask for. It's just undescribable, the feeling of freedom and security that we're going to receive during this, and really I just can only say thank you.